Hello, friends. Topic: how I've been doing, how I'm feeling, alcohol, feeling sick, repetitive behavior, moods kind of getting in the way. I'll start with the alcohol. A couple of days ago, I was having a little bit of a build-up to drinking more than I usually have. So I'll usually have a couple tall boys, and I leave my hard alcohol alone, and I'll stay in my chair, and I will let myself come back a little bit from any kind of spacing out from the alcohol, so that way I can stop thinking about alcohol and go on to the next thing, which would be eating some food. Because I drink on an empty stomach, because you know it. That's how I do it. Well, I had that feeling of inadequate feeling, not enough feeling, more than usual. And probably each time that I was drinking on separate days, I was getting to this point where I was going to drink more. I had some whiskey after the beers, and it ended up being the last fourth of a 750 ml Jameson bottle. And it wasn't fast that I did that. It was over maybe 6 hours or so drinking that much. So this was maybe about 10 hours altogether for all of the alcohol consumption. This was Friday. Next day, when I woke up in my bed, I was super hot, sweating. And this is not unusual because I've been here before. Super hot and sweating. And then I got up, and when I got up, I really didn't feel good. And I was pacing, and I got into the shower, and I was still really hot in the shower. I took the shower, came out, was pacing some more, still sweating, AC on, whatever, fans. And then I was thinking about how I've already been here before at one time with other things that I was doing. And any kind of carbonated drinks, any kind of most sauces that you put on your food, and beer, carbonated, your Coors, your Bud Ice, whatever, is going to have sodium benzoate inside of it. And years ago, I had these big bottles of Valencia hot sauce, and I was putting it on everything. When I was getting in shape, real fit, getting, cutting up, my foods are very basic to do that, so I'm just putting the hot sauce on. And then I got sick, and I wasn't drinking any alcohol. I wasn't drinking any sodas or anything. That got me sick. It was noticeable. I knew that's what it was. And as soon as I had taken it out, the same things that I described to you went away. Now this, though, is probably the worst it's ever been. So, and the last time I had that bottle of Jameson, it was pretty much the same. This time it was a little worse. And it's interesting that I was further down to the bottom of the bottle, which is a point. Well, this is, it's inside websites and all that stuff. If you look up the legal amount companies can put inside of their carbonated drinks, whatever. There's only a certain amount that they can put in. They can only put in less than 1%, or they can only put in so many milligrams into their stuff. Well, if you're a person such as myself that will drink the same things over and over again, will eat the same things over and over again, well, it makes me sick. Especially when I'm drinking 2 Bud Ices, and then I'm drinking another 2 Bud Ices, and I'm drinking another 2 Bud Ices. Well, then there's the half-life of these chemicals that are inside of these things that you're eating or drinking or whatever. Well, you're going to have buildup. Because we're not talking about sodium. We're talking about an altered form of sodium that's an actual chemical, and how it reacts with your brain, especially if you have mood swings, or how it reacts with your heart seizing up on you and you have a heart attack or whatever. This is going to be specific to the individual or groups of people that can identify to some kind of symptom or something. So now, if I want to have my beers, I have to take in this chemical. So I went to the grocery store because I know that there's a new Coors. I'm in Denver and Coors is right down the street. It's not too far away. Their main factory, whatever, they're in Golden. Well, I noticed a while back that they have tall boys they don't have anything in them. It's just simple ingredients, which is probably bullshit. And they didn't have any of them there. They didn't have any of them, so I didn't get anything. So, the chemical dependencies that I have, if I'm not taking in any alcohol for months, then my anxiety is through the roof, and it's mostly nervousness. I can constantly talk to myself, just whatever. It's the nervousness and the constant, real acidic thinking, and that alone is enough to not want to be here. And so there's anyone that drinks, that takes away the drinking, even though if I'm only drinking 2 tall boys, what's going on there where I'm all of a sudden feeling really weird and I'm needing to drink a whole lot more. And then anytime that this is ever happening lately, I'm definitely getting this real hot and sweating. And it usually is for maybe about 24 hours, 70 hours, 48 hours, tapering down. Deep down inside, I feel like a little baby that wants to wah wah for something.